Hello there, and a happy new year to you all. Now, at the beginning of a new year, it always feels like a fresh start, and it's a good time to reflect on your life. And no better tool that you can have is your birth chart, because that helps you to understand your life, its purpose, and what's going on at a psychological level. There's always deeper meanings to your situation or the circumstances you're going through, which your birth chart helps you to understand. Therefore, I thought I'd start the year with pointing out and explaining the transits for this coming year. Now, I started out by doing all the transits all at once, but I soon realised that this would be too much information and it would become confusing. So and if you're anything like me, if you get overwhelmed, you just think, oh, forget it, and you give up. So what I've done is I've done a chart with the main transits on for the year. This will give you an overview, and then I've pointed out the degrees so that you can look where they fall in your own chart. I'll go on then to explain each transit in different videos, each planet's transit in different videos. So then you can do this at a step at a time. Now, you'll all have some transits going on, and some of you will have a few going on at the same time. So I hope this is going to be useful to you. So I'm going to share my screen now and show you the chart with the transits on. Right, so here's what I've done. I'll just get my spotlight. Right, so I've made a chart with a natural sequence of the zodiac starting at 0 degrees Aries, and all I've done is put the planets put the planets in the signs that they're aspecting, and then I put the degrees on as well. So what you first need to do is look where Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and Taurus are in your own chart, because the houses that these land in your own chart, this is where your transits are going to be activated. So this is where the action will be this year. So beginning with Pluto, which is still in Capricorn, and it's a slow moving planet, and it works between 24 and 26 degrees this year. So if you've got planets in 24, 25 or 26 degrees, then you're going to have a Pluto transit. Now I'm only going to deal with the main transits of conjunctions, oppositions, squares and trines. So if you've got these any planets in them degrees in Capricorn, then you're going to have Pluto conjuncting them. And a conjunction is always the strongest aspect you can have, either natally or by transit. And although I'll go and explain each planet's transit in turn, Pluto is usually a heavy transit. It's a transforming energy, and it can change things quite dramatically. So if you've got them in them degrees, you're going to have a conjunction. If you've got them in cardinal signs of Aries or Libra, then Pluto is going to square them planets. And a square is a challenging aspect. It can be challenging, and it can there might be obstacles to face with a square. If you've got them in Cancer, then you're going to have an opposition from Pluto, and again it's a challenging aspect, but it works more like you becoming aware of something with an opposition, and it can be through other people or situations. If they're in the earth element, same earth element as Capricorn, if it's in Taurus or Virgo, then you're going to have a trine from Pluto. Now a trine is a softer, easy flowing energy, so it's not quite as severe. You may still have challenges, but you may naturally go along with when you have a trine. Moving on to Neptune, it's in its own sign of Pisces, so it's quite strong, and it travels between 18 and 23 this year. So if you've got planets in these degrees, especially in Pisces, then Neptune is going to conjunct them planets. And Neptune can cause confusion, to say the least. If they're in Virgo, you're going to have an opposition from Neptune. And if they're in mutable signs of Sag or Gemini, then Neptune's going to square them, going to challenge them planets. If they're in the same element of water of Cancer or Scorpio, then Neptune will trine them planets. Uranus is in Taurus and it moves between 16 and 14 degrees this year. So if you've got planets there, you're going to have a conjunction with Uranus. Now Uranus is that changes things, and it can be a destructive energy, not destructive, a disturbance, and it can be destructive, but it usually disturbs things. If you've got planets in Scorpio, then you're going to have an opposition from Uranus. And if you've got them in fixed signs of your Aquarius or Leo, then you're going to have a square from a challenge from Uranus. In their own earth signs of Capricorn or Virgo, then you're going to have a trine from Uranus. So again, a much easier flow of energy there. Now, Saturn went into Aquarius late last year, and it moves between 1 and 13 degrees this year. So if you've got planets in these degrees, especially in Aquarius, then you're going to have Saturn conjunct them. And Saturn again can be a heavy transit. If you have them in Leo, you're going to have an opposition from Saturn. And if you've got them in fixed signs of Taurus and Scorpio, then you're going to have a square from Saturn. In air signs of Gemini or Libra, then because they're in the same element, then you'll have a nice trine from Saturn. Now, Jupiter rumps through Aquarius this year. It goes right through Aquarius. So any planet you have in Aquarius, Jupiter has got beyond them planets. And Jupiter is not usually as hard. It's usually a softer transit, although it can have its negative side. But it's the planet of expansion, so it can be good. So if you've got them in Leo, then you're going to have an opposition. If you've got them in fixed signs again, in Scorpio or Taurus, then you'll have a square challenge from Jupiter. In the earth signs of Gemini or Libra, then you'll have a nice trine from Jupiter. Now, an important thing about Jupiter this year is in May this year, it goes just into Pisces, 1 to 2 degrees of Pisces. So that's significant because it's changing signs and it's just at the beginning there. So if you've got degrees at 1 to 2 degrees of Pisces, Jupiter's going to conjunct them planets. If in Virgo, 1 to 2 degrees, you're going to have an opposition. And if they're in mutable signs of Gemini or Sag, then you're going to have Jupiter will square and challenge them planets. In a water element of Cancer or Scorpio, then Jupiter will trine them. Jupiter, though, goes back in July. It goes back into Aquarius at 29 to 22 degrees. So it goes retrograde and goes back into Aquarius. So it's going to touch them late degrees again from July onwards. So there you have the overview of the transits this year. And I'll go on and explain each transit, starting with Pluto, in separate videos. So I'll stop sharing and I'll say goodbye for now. I hope this is helpful to you anyway.